The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people's continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
Russiano.
And I'm in, and it was too in for me.
And Michael Lucas.
But what I can do is scurry.
This is Emsolation.
He was once Legolas to me.
He was. Oh, and remember when he was on the paddleboard naked with her?
That's when he lost me.
That's when he gained me.
You're in Emsolation.
Are you ready?
Ready for Brat Summer, to be honest, yeah.
Clack.
Yeah, I'm sad I don't get my Brat Summer. I wanted to live, I read this great meme and I put it up where it said, there's certain, elder millennials now are just like, fashion is so confusing. We're like, fuck it, we've got the means. We're just going to dress how we wanted to dress in the 90s. And I am well and truly doing that.
I think it's probably, ultimately, if it was this past season, I can't see. You had a few things against you, Brat Summer. Oh. Father-in-law died.
No.
You were like,
but we're heading into Brat Summer now.
Okay. Well, maybe Australia, because we actually technically haven't had the season.
I haven't had the season yet.
You just need to have some sort of consensus meeting where you say, can we all just agree? I know that the rest of the world's already done it.
All I know about Brat Summer is I wear lime green.
Yeah.
And that's all I know about Brat Summer.
I think it's just you give no fucks.
Well, I've been living Brat Summer for 45 years.
Absolutely. Until 3 a.m. in the morning when you go over it all. I don't think Brat Summer is lying awake going,
oh,
did I do the wrong thing?
Is it no regrets?
I think it is.
Brat Summer's no regrets.
Well, I don't know. That's my definition of it.
We're so old. And then this new one, press the sound effect.
Very demure, very mindful.
Very demure, very cutesy, very mindful. That is the opposite of Brat Summer. So
that's
now
Glinda and Brat's alphabet, I think.
What am I doing? No.
Well, you flip between the two. That's why.
Brat would be, I don't know.
Brat would be alphabet, give zero fucks.
But also.
Let your freak flag fly.
No, but alphabet likes rules. She likes things to be right and wrong. Brat doesn't give a fuck about that. Demure cares about rules right and wrong. Have we reached the
limits? I think we've reached the limits of the wicked analogy, but you've picked it a lot. You've pushed it really a long way. You've milked it.
Welcome to Emsolation. My name is Russiano. I'm fighting for my life right now. I need you to know. I'm very sick.
It's not just exhaustion.
Mm-mm. It's that too. But I have some kind of horrendo virus. I don't know what's going on. Or it could just be exhaustion. My whole body's in revolt. It's, when you just... I woke up this morning and I said to my husband, I'm in trouble here.
How's your IBS?
Okay, that sorted itself out.
That's the least of your worries.
That's okay. Now it's the constant migraine, the sore throat, croaky voice, and I'm just tired. I'm just cannot stop sleeping. I'm fucked. Anyway, woohoo!
I think 3-show weekends.
It's also the travelling in between. And it's 2 hours.
Even Taylor herself only rarely does them.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's too much, and I don't know why this whole show and tour is about being friendly to neurodivergent brains, and my touring company did the least friendly thing to a neurodivergent brain, and that I have to back up night after night after night, 2 hour solo show, and I'm on the whole time.
Plus the VIP.
Plus the VIP. Oh yeah, no, I'm on for 4.5 hours.
Yeah,
and it's fucked.
And then there's the parenting.
And that wife.
And then when you're meant to be doing vocal rest, here we are.
Here we are at the podcast. Chatty chat. Welcome to Emsolation. My name is Russiano. I'm a writer, singer, stand-up comedian, a maximus flirt. You know it. I'm tired. So sorry about the Logies, babes.
Oh, look. Oh. No, I was going to say, I still had a good night, did I?
No.
I had an electrifying.
I was going to say
it was a ride. Okay, go.
That broadcast.
Torture.
Was a debacle.
Really?
First of all, I want to separate out Sam Pang. He's a great host. Sam Pang should host everything. There's something about the way he presents that really appeals to me.
Yeah.
It's that he's a Brat Summer. He doesn't give a fuck. I've never seen a person more unbothered. He has an unbothered style that appeals to the core of my existence. Sam Pang aside, it was the most incestuous, pat on the back, and I'm in, and it was too in for me. And I'm thinking about people watching at home. Like, honestly, it was so bloated and self-congratulatory and too many fucking categories. And by the time we got to the gold, honestly, it was midnight. That's nuts.
I know.
And you were in the room. I managed to do VIP live show and get home and have a bath, and I still didn't know if you'd won Best Drama.
Oh, no. My mum watched the early part of
tell
it.
me, what was Joe's assessment?
And then when Michelle lost, she thought, I'll put on a movie, watched an entire 2-hour movie, came back, and it was still going. She was just getting the tail end of Rebecca Gibney's Hall of Fame.
It felt like the room was extremely unruly.
Did it?
Yeah. Whether they were playing the sound, but oftentimes you could hear the crowd while presenters were trying to talk, so they got the sound really wrong. Highlight, Celia Piccola, live on air screaming, someone at Channel 7 fucked me.
That was my category too.
It went to air.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It literally went to air.
I know.
Good to see Luke. Glad he's alive and well.
Yeah, no. And his gag worked as well. I like the two of them. I give them points. They were two of the best
great.
presenters.
Yeah.
Well, for me, obviously for me it was torture because what happens is you come in, you sit down, and you go, where's the category? And then I looked and the category was the second last of the night. And I was a speech maker. You can't enjoy it. You can't get too drunk. You just have to sit there
Do you want to give the speech now?
No.
Okay. Too much.
It's too hard. But also, I really didn't want to get it wrong because I was touching on the First Nations themes of the thing, and I wanted to reference the referendum, which weirdly, now that I see it, would have been the most political speech of the entire night.
Absolutely.
But I made the mistake of sitting there, I'll just mentally rehearse it while I'm waiting, and then I would trip up in my head going, oh God, no, hang on, stop. So I did not enjoy the broadcast. But I did, as always with us, there were parts of the pre that I really did enjoy, primarily that I finally found my gay calling.
You did.
Which is basically being, I think we've decided, a fashion fluffer. I obviously can't be a stylist because I don't have that in me. And it's always I don't have it in me. I have to lean on people like your good self. But what I can do is scurry and
you are an excellent
position.
scurrier.
And we have watched our whole lives, we've delighted in watching Madonna on red carpets with the gays that come in and they fluff and they do little bits and pieces.
That boyfriend. Good
for her. Good for her.
The whole birthday in Italy, all the children turned up. Did you notice? Roll call, full.
Come on.
Everyone in attendance. Face perfectly tightened. Whatever she's done, whatever's happening, new photographer, that she has hit the magical combination. And then throw in the boyfriend. What is it? Where is he from?
Don't know.
No, but is he a martial artist or a boxer or something?
Probably all of the above.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's ripped, I'll tell you that much.
Ripped, hot, and
Yeah.
the way he was fawning over her.
I know.
The way their hands, bitch.
Happy to be photographed in bed with her topless. I mean,
Fucking
Good for her.
back to your scurrying.
Yeah.
King Morris is his name.
Doesn't matter. I'm happy. Madonna's.
Soccer player.
I knew it'd be something. I knew it'd be
good.
sporty.
Her son's into soccer.
So great.
That's why she moved to Portugal to support him.
He's probably close in age to David than to her.
Probably.
And I support it. I
Yeah.
support it. Everyone looked amazing. All the children were on point.
I know.
And she was in the middle looking very
Very demure, very mindful.
She was.
really was
66.
in the
click.
whole in the white 66.
I know.
Okay.
Living.
So you were scurrying, you were floofing Michelle and Davidson.
And also,
Yeah,
how
dress.
have we got... We need to just now actually create an event where you wear a dress that's incredibly elaborate and requires that kind of assistance, because there are so many benefits of it, because it becomes part of the theatre and it means all the photographers. Like she was in Fashion Critical's top 3. I would also argue Maria Angelico should have been high on that list as well, but she didn't have a fashion fluffer to go and create this whole
The moment.
The moment. You need the moment.
It's true.
And also, it was endurance. I didn't realise, because they make them stand on dots and you have to go from dot to dot to dot.
What was with the 1990s high school formal backdrop? They were rocking that green thing.
Oh, that was the ABC party.
It was terrible. That backdrop looked like they dragged it in from exclusive photography.
They probably have. The ABC pre-party was in the glamorous venue of the foyer at ABC Ultimo. No, it was great. It was. I just need to tell you-
Don't backtrack.
No. Well, the hilarious.
You're done with them now. It doesn't matter.
Well, the hilarious. No, we've still got to release the show. The hilarious thing about one of the weirdest things about it is that the ABC gets sent its set amount of tickets, and it had like 50-something nominations. So there was virtually no
Here
one.
we go. Here we go. The snitchy's coming.
Oh, yeah.
He's been waiting to get this out for months. Go.
Well, yeah. So we had 4 nominations, and we seriously had like about 3 cast members that were there because that's all the tickets we had. And then
But what about Pray Tell, Foxtel? Just what?
Foxtel,
What
unbelievable. Or Stan.
No.
The entire cast of Critical Incident was there.
Unbelievable. The rudeness.
Well, there's something. Come on.
Go. Come on. Get fired up.
Well, I mean,
This is very relatable, Reg.
surely there can
We
be.
didn't get enough tickets to the Logies.
We did it. No, but it's more than okay. Look, I'm
He's
hearing it come out of my mouth.
He's an everyman guy. He is just like you. He's just run of the mill. Just puts his pants on like everyone else. Okay, I won't have anyone say Michael Lucas has lost touch with the common woman and man and person.
Anyway, cut that.
No,
Cut.
no,
that.
no, not cutting it. Go.
No. Cut it. Okay, please cut it. Anyway,
We don't cut anything anymore because of the videoing. We'll bleep it. We'll bleep you. Look at him. He's stressed. All right, we'll cut it. Fine.
Anyway, so that was the glorious highlight. I really think I could be good at it because it took me the first time when we rehearsed it, Michelle and I. It took me a solid 5 minutes to arrange
Right,
it.
which bit are we cutting? Are we cutting your whole rant or just the end bit?
Just the bit where I said.
Okay, great.
Just there
Did
was
you
one
time
sentence.
time mark that?
One sentence.
But leave all this in so everyone knows we had to cut something.
Okay.
But you enjoyed the floofing. That says a lot if that's the highlight of your evening, I think, the first 10 minutes. Did you go to the after party?
No, it's 2 hours. Yeah, I went to the after party.
And any goss? What do you got? What salacious goss have you got for us? Anything?
No, it was it would have been your personal nightmare.
Oh.
It was an incredibly low-roofed nightclub.
Absolutely not. Which one was it? What was it called?
It's at the top of the Star.
Oh, okay, I don't know it.
Yeah.
Because I am a frequent visitor of nightclubs in Sydney, so I don't know why I thought if you rolled out a name.
Well, you have tended to go wild in Sydney.
Yeah, I have. But mainly on Oxford Street.
Yeah,
It's
it was
Stonewall.
not that. If
Yeah,
only it was
unless
that.
it's Arc or something. Yeah. Does Arc still even exist?
I don't know. I don't feel like there was. I think that was part of the problem. I don't think there was any major controversies, and I don't think there was anything political. No one said anything.
Well, you know why? Kerry Ann wasn't there. Carl Stefanovic wasn't there. Like, usually the people...
but sometimes you can rely on the lefties to say something.
True. Oh, true. No one really... None of the speeches were... Yeah.
No one from Deadlock won anything. That probably would have.
Oh, well. So all's well that ends well. You lost all your categories. So... My shows were great. I'm exhausted. My family came on Sunday night in Albury, so I passively aggressively got them to realise they were all neurodivergent, which was great.
When you say passive aggressive,
I called them out on stage.
Okay, yeah, right. I don't know. I think that.
So there's a moment in my show
I don't know how
where
passive that is.
No, there's a moment in my show where I ask people to kind of self-identify. Are you diagnosed ADHD or autistic? Yep. Rah. Are you suspicious but just haven't got around to it? Yes. Are you having realizations watching this show that perhaps is something you should investigate? Yes. The final one is pop your hand up if you've passively aggressively got a friend or family member in the hopes that they will have a realization. And I put my hand up on stage. So that was enough.
Yeah.
It was great. We had a woman who sounded like a dolphin when she laughed. It was extremely amazing. Like, I'm not joking. It was and very loud.
That sounds like the nanny.
More dolphin like.
Okay, right, okay.
It was just the one machine gun pitch, but higher than what I just did. But it was so great. I took my dad off to the Motorsport Academy in Wodonga.
I did see.
And he had, you should have seen this man. I've never seen my father. And he was just around his people. He was just around a lot of motorsport nerds. And he was in there talking about tiny little parts and where he would manufacture it. Because my dad used to make really obscure parts for like NASA and the Army. And so he was amongst his people. Then we did
it's
a hot
hyperfixation, might you say?
Well, who would say? So we had a great time. It was a great weekend. The arena show is officially on sale. We're 50% sold already, which is incredible. So don't wait, because I know a lot of people at the Melbourne show, there's 3,000 people coming to the Palais, and we are going to be having, you best believe, QR codes in the dunny stalls.
Sold.
So if all of there's only enough for half of the Palais to come again, basically. Yeah. So,
And also, speaking from where you are now in exhaustion, December you will be absolutely.
we're rejigging it. We have to rejig it. We have to come through it on the eyes of, say, someone who's never met me, or like a Netflix watcher who's just stumbled across me. So it's got to be more like a first
So
date.
you're going scat won't mean anything
rather than a 23-year marriage. It's got to feel like a
they'll
first
understand
date.
it spiritually, but they maybe should be a little bit explained.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was great. But you tell you what, who didn't have a great weekend. Officially announced this morning that
I can't believe
Jennifer
I've missed
Lynn
this.
Lopez has Jennifer Joy Lynn. Jennifer, what's Jennifer's middle name? Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lynn Joy. Jennifer, have I made that up? I'm sure there's a Lynn in there. You know what my brain's like, steel trap.
Isn't it Brittany Lynn Spears? No.
Oh, it is Lynn. L-Y-N-N.
Oh,
Good for her.
well done.
Thank you. Don't ever doubt
Amazing.
it.
I
Don't,
know.
don't know where my car keys are. Can remember Jennifer Lopez's middle name. Has filed for divorce officially from Ben Affleck. Now, I went and looked it up. The date on the so today we found out she filed on the 26th of April. It is
Wow.
August.
When did she announce the tour was off?
Just around then.
Right.
But if you're filing in April, you know that you're divorcing like in February.
You do.
So can you imagine? They were split when when the movie came out, when all that promotion was happening. They were already. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to say when I predicted the split was going to happen in November last year,
Oh, it did happen, you think?
I feel
Yeah. Yeah.
because they were that all the finishing touches were going on. This is me. ... now, and he knew and she knew it was a steaming shit heap. And he would have been having the conversations with her, you cannot release this. And she had all that self-belief.
Do you think that might have triggered the divorce?
Absolutely. We are looking at a swept away situation.
They clung on for a hell of a long time after that, though. They still had another 5 years together.
Guy Ritchie and Madonna.
How?
But the seeds were sown during
Yeah.
Swept Away. They did hang on. But Madonna seems like a bit more, I feel like J-Lo's okay to drop stuff if it's not working for her.
Yeah.
I feel like she's like, cool. She's
Yeah, Madonna has stamina.
agreed. Yeah.
J'lo and Ben break up after their movie together
Jiggly.
as well. Jiggly.
She?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They should not work together.
And May 31 is when the tour was announced cancelled.
And what was that?
26 is when she filed of April. Can I genuinely say
You're sad.
I'm really sad.
No, I know.
I don't delight in this
No.
at all. I see in her somebody, and it just goes to show you can be the richest, most beautiful woman in the world, but she just wants to be fucking loved, man, but loved in her way. And if you try and love her in a way that isn't convenient to her or try and give her advice that she disagrees with, I just think it's like we all watched our friend J-Lo and announced she's rekindling with the ex, and we all wanted to say to her, babes, you two are not good together.
Oh, dear. I felt like what we wanted to say is we need a little bit of romance right now. We need to believe
No,
that
but
you
we
could...
said that, but I also said, this does not smell good. It feels a bit off. Like,
we were like, for us, for content,
no,
excellent.
it was
For
like
you,
both things can be
personally.
true. Two things
yeah,
are true.
no, totally.
We love love. We love the story of it. Love is patient. Love is kind. You know,
Love
all
don't cost a thing.
No, and it turns out it does cost a $24 million house to begin with. But I just feel like we knew, yes, we love it. That's so great for her. But we also knew, oh, God. But that's okay. It's just another thing, another chapter. Where do you go to? What happens
Can we just?
now?
What is the marriage tally for her?
5?
Okay, so Liz Taylor still got the wood on her.
I mean,
Give it some time.
exactly.
Yeah.
She's not giving up on love.
4.
No.
4
Oh my God! 4.
Oh,
Only
she's a
4
babe.
marriages.
She's a babe in the woods.
Absolutely.
That's nothing. They're blips.
They're little
flings.
blips. Mind you, there are some people like Puff Daddy that she didn't. You know, she was entangled
She didn't marry
with for a while.
Chris Evans, the backing dancer, either. I don't think Chris Judd.
Judd.
Chris Judd.
I was going
marry
Captain
him.
America.
I knew it was a footballer or
She did marry Chris
She
Judd.
did marry Chris Judd.
2001 till 2003.
I need to get out my TED talk on.
Mark Anthony, she married.
I need to get out my TED talk on J-Lo's exes that I made you. Remember?
Johnny Noah.
Don't remember.
Oh, he's forgotten.
97 to 98.
Oh, that was very, very early days when she really was Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
It buoys me to know that it's August, so she's already over it. It's fine. She's moving on. She's probably already dating someone, or she's dating herself. Whatever you do. But I'd want everyone to know I do not delight in this. And it was so. She should have listened to Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda told
Fonda
her.
knew.
Jane Fonda's had many marriages.
She
You
has.
fucking listen to Jane Fonda when she
Yeah.
says this ain't good for your relationship.
I hope Jane said to her, J-Lo, why don't you focus on the planet? That's what I'm doing. Why don't you come get arrested with me? Fire drill Fridays.
True. I wonder if J'lo will come out for Kamala. Maybe she will.
Yeah.
Speaking.
My God, can I just say that is so weird because it just took me back to, of course, our favourite pop culture moment of possibly this decade so far, which was, of course, Let's Get Loud, which was in front of Alex Rodriguez, which was a whole different husband before all of this happened. My God, she cycled through a whole divorce, romance, and that was during a one-term presidency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, I think
we wish her well.
I think she's probably ahead of Katy Perry in terms of who they're going to get to perform for her. But I think she's quite a way behind both Taylor and Beyonce.
Can we talk about, is there, besides JD Vance, did anyone have a worse week than Katy Perry last week? This, I think, will go down as the worst career relaunch in the history of pop culture. She is being investigated for crimes against the environment for wearing a bikini on a sand dune in Ibiza.
In a restricted area.
What?
She was told not to go on those dunes.
And I said to you, it looks like Orlando Bloom got drunk on tequila and filmed the entire film clip on his iPhone. This is on his iPhone 12 Pro, not even the most recent iPhone.
This is the video clip
babe,
for
you look amazing. Shasha Tetzlov.
Hastily.
That was my Orlando Bloom. I can't remember if he's English or not. Is he English?
Yeah, he is English. Yeah.
Show us how the mighty have fallen. He was once Legolas to me.
He was. Oh, and remember when he was on the paddleboard naked with her?
That's when he lost me.
That's when he gained me.
That poor bitch.
Genuinely. Well, look, I mean, I think we've always got to preface anything by saying she wrong-footed herself severely because she worked with Dr. Luke and she could never recover publicity.
Agreed.
But
two things can be true at once.
That's true. But I still feel, because you know what bothers me about it a little bit. I can't look
away. I want Google alerts on her.
I know.
What else? But what could you have ever foreseen? Environmental terrorists.
But also,
could you?
I feel like it's like when you talked about Ellen, it's like there's this. We just love flaying a woman. And it's like, I would say, worst album relaunch, I reckon Justin Timberlake could go it because he released that album, it sold nothing.
It's true.
And he said those weird things about Britney Spears. But you know what? We lost interest and moved on. But with her, it's like we just can't stop kicking. And I think if she was a man, we would have lost interest and moved on.
I agree. But she also keeps showing up. Like, Justin stopped showing up after 2 or 3 kickbacks. Katy keeps fronting. Katy believes in this album.
She's still got her Video Vanguard performance where she's going to do the greatest hits medley.
She's still got the AFL grand final. Don't forget that.
She wants to go on an arena tour.
Maybe she could be my support act. She can still outsell me. I'm not foolish.
She'll be happy for the crowds.
People love... I agree with you. The misogyny here stinks of misogyny. I think she made a huge mistake working with Dr. Luke. It's fucked. But...
And look, I know we have
when I saw Katy Perry investigated for crimes at the environment, I was like, of course.
I know.
What next?
I know.
Her PR girl must be having a nervous breakdown. Like, it's just to be like, you should get into work every day and be like, what fucking now? I don't know why she was a Scottish woman. Okay. Speaking of endorsements, Donald Trump accepted a fake endorsement. Obviously, we are now in the throes of the Democratic National Convention in Michigan and
in
Chicago. And it's day one's happened. We'll talk about that in a minute. Donald Trump, though,
wild,
accepted an AI-generated endorsement from Taylor Swift and the Swifties.
That's right.
The mistake he made was including Swifties in there. I think the fact that he said all Swifties endorse him as well. It's a bridge too far for them.
For Trump, unbelievable.
This is after, bitch. What?
This was after, like, this has overshadowed the fact that he also went on a rant saying that Joe Biden was going to launch a coup at the Democratic National Convention,
and that he's better looking than Kamala Harris.
That's right. There's just
and that he thought it was Sophia Loren on the front cover of Time or his wife Melania.
Yeah,
I'm like. What?
It's so hard to absorb the levels of crazy. And I know, and it's almost so hard to get a measure on. It just keeps intensifying so rapidly that I'm with you. I can't now focus on anything but the Swiftie thing. But I do feel like I just don't have the brain space to go back to what he did a whole rant about how he's better looking than Kamala. What? He said Joe Biden's going to launch a coup. What?
Yeah. He's absolutely spiraling. It's wild. We haven't even spoken about that sit-down chat with Elon Musk. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was fucked.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's just like the crazy upon crazy. And he's desperately trying to pull focus from the DNC, right? I'm predicting this week he's either going to sack JD Vance or step down because they're getting so much press that they need something big. They thought the Taylor Swift thing was going to do it, genuinely. They're like, what can we do to like derail the DNC? Taylor Swift. It hasn't worked.
Yeah.
There's a whole law firm somewhere that's been told, drop every case you have. We are now taking on in every state in which this was actually illegal for him to accept a false endorsement.
Apparently in Tennessee,
Yeah.
which is a key state for, of course, Taylor herself,
Yeah.
it's illegal. So
Yeah.
she could sue him if she wanted to.
She hasn't said anything. She's been as quiet as J.K. Rowling has
That's
been
right.
lately. So
She's got her own anxieties and issues at the moment.
Oh, anyway, we are finally back on the main road. The Democratic National Convention is currently, day one's occurred. And day one, we shall say, was goodbye, Joe. It felt
was.
like we're going to give the old bloke one day.
The long goodbye.
Yeah, it
Went
was.
later than the Logies.
It was, he loves a chat. Does he
does.
love a chat?
Oh, certainly does.
And you know what I noticed? Didn't mention Kamala a whole bunch.
No, not a whole bunch. It was like it's like they took the speech that he thought he was going to give, relaunching himself, and he thought we'll just add a
Copy-paste.
top and tail with a reference to Kamala. Do you find though, every once in a while when I'm watching it, and of course I have to watch it all, no matter how boring it is, I watch it all. To imagine in an Australian context us do it. Can you imagine if they said, Australians, all this week
We wouldn't put up
we
with
are
it.
having
We
the,
hate
the
our
Labor
politicians
Party
are
convention.
not-
It's prime time. We'll put all our networks over and you will watch our politicians give speeches.
Can you think about our politicians and how boring it would be? Imagine Elbow holding a crowd for 5 hours. What?
Yeah.
Dutton? Oh, God.
Oh, Michaela, what's her name?
Oh, Cash?
She'd be one of the more entertaining ones, probably.
Probably. But, mate, I'll tell you right now, I'm struggling with the pageantry.
Oh.
I'm struggling with taking anything that any of them say seriously. And I can't believe America falls for it every time.
I still, there were, let's get to Hillary.
All right, let's get to Hillary. I've even got my, these are my notes. Hillary. Her face during Lock Him Up.
Yes. Okay. So,
Start with the speech. Okay,
Okay.
so Hillary got up. She was wearing suffragette white.
yep.
And it felt like Hillary had some scores to settle from 2016 and she was going to do so in this speech.
And she had obviously said, I want my hair to be as fucking hard as a football helmet.
in case, I need to dive roll or something. It was hectic. It was
I was
hectic.
on the phone to my mum. And then,
Oh, God.
And she was like, Hillary's, oh, goodness. Oh, her face looks lovely. Oh, the hair. I've got to go. And that was it.
So Hillary, she walked out to Brave by Sarah Bareilles.
And that was one of her campaign songs from 2016.
and then walked off to
Fight song also.
Would we want to be associating with 2016 songs?
It was a
I
choice.
remember
It was a
people
choice.
eating their body weight in pizza to fight song.
Yeah.
As the strains of "This is my fight
know.
song, take back my..." As Donald Trump is announced president, that song's...
I know.
The PTSD from the Hillary
It's
campaign.
also, dare I say it,
Old.
it's the whitest song in the
Update your
world.
playlist,
I know.
babes.
She's got, like, Kamala's got Freedom, which is so much sort of guts to it and is amazing. And then, I mean, I don't want to bag out fight song, but it is a bit, this is my fight. It doesn't sound like a lot of fight.
And you didn't win. You lost that fight.
Yeah, that's right.
You lost it convincingly.
I know. We're trying to chant when we fight, we win. Don't remind us of the one time when we fought and we really did not win.
Yeah. So Hillary got up there and she'd had her vitamins that day.
She wanted to make sure every syllable was heard. So she enunciated.
Do you know what I noticed? She mentions the glass ceiling a lot. Kamala does
does.
not. Kamala's like doesn't want to be associated
No.
with glass ceiling. Do you reckon?
No,
She
she
mentioned it
doesn't.
so many times. I'm like,
Exactly.
Ixnay on the
And
glass
Kamala
ceiling. Eh?
really has not played the I'll be the first woman
Nah.
thing hardly
Nah.
at all. She's
Nah.
not been focused on that. She's talked about herself more as a prosecutor than that.
Yes, agreed.
But Hillary, yes, she really was. She was the metaphor of the ceiling. She gave that one a whirl.
The bit that made me laugh, and I wish Barbara Streisand had been involved in this moment where Hillary said, "I look through the glass, and you know what I see on the
know.
other side? Freedom!"
I
And I
know.
wanted freedom. I
know.
wanted that so badly. She didn't do it.
I was just struggling with the image because I'm like, if it's cracks, like you're seeing a lot through them. Like there seems to there's a
the
big
glass
aperture
ceiling
on that
metaphors
crack.
gotta
There was
go.
one bit that got me,
Yeah.
and that was when she did reference that she lost in 2016, and then she said, but we kept going, we organised, and we kept fighting, and we kept believing in the future, and then she's like, and the future is now. And then I was like, yes! And they cut to people crying.
Yeah.
That I could get on board with.
Yeah.
I mean, I was roused, not aroused, to be clear, but I was roused.
Yeah, it was okay.
I feel like there was such a clear sense of who do we want to get out of the way quickly?
Agreed. 1,000,000%. To put Hillary and Joe up on the same night is like, and you know what else it feels like they're doing? It feels like they're trying to have us forget that there was anyone between Obama and Kamala. It feels like they're trying to like, oh, it's the torch handing over. Oh, wait, bitch, there were 2 presidents in between these people. Like, stop it. It's like they're trying to write Joe out. It's like, it's amazing. We haven't seen this kind of, energy around a candidate since Barack Obama and it's this real movement and everyone's really energized. And I'm like, oh.
It's a bit like
Joe actually won it for you, dickheads.
It's a bit like, we are not going back unless you mean 2008. In which case, we are going back to that, but not in between that.
Don't think about the white guy and the woman who lost to the white guy. It's kind of a bit like, our 2 groundswell groovy candidates, one to the other. Like they're just trying to just bump Joe off the stage, just fucking get him. So night 1, they're up, gone. I'm surprised they put AOC on day 1, but I feel like they don't want her too close. I genuinely think they muzzled her because it was one of the most surprisingly calmer speeches that she's given.
But having said that,
She's a renegade, though. She's a leader of a resistance.
But it was seen as a big thing that she was given a spotlight at all because, she's just a senator. Hang on, is she a senator? Oh, no, representative. She's representative.
Representative AOC. Yeah,
yes, because she was with Pelosi.
Yeah.
And so giving her that really, spotlights her as she will be a significant... they gave that to Obama once.
Yeah.
And so that was significant. But, yeah, it wasn't her... she wasn't tearing anyone a new one.
And normally she does. It feels like they said to her, because they're still desperately trying to cling to the centre and also the centre right who just don't want anything to do with Trump. So I feel like this whole thing is about appealing to middle class, mid-America and reassuring them that she's not too liberal, that she's not going to be out there, giving out free stuff to poor people. God forbid.
God forbid.
So I think that this whole thing feels very like they're just pitching to the families. The middle class families of America to reassure them because that's who they need to get.
That's right. Well, as AOC told us, she knows the middle class because she came from the middle class.
Wow, how inspiring!
It is inspiring.
How inspiring! So the Obamas are speaking today.
But yes, and so today something, and so this is Tuesday as we record this.
Yeah.
Today's
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday is it? Yeah. I lost a day there. The Logies went for a long time.
Yeah, they did.
It was a vortex. It was the pledging of the delegates.
Oh, the pledging of the delegates.
Okay,
explain what that is.
So basically, this is typically actually the business at hand, which is all the states. This is the result of the primaries. They have to pledge their delegates and say that they're all backing. And sometimes it can be very contentious. There can be twists and all that sort of things. It doesn't necessarily all go to the one person. In this case, it is completely redundant because they did it unofficially via Zoom. Oh, no, it was official, but they did it remotely via Zoom. So this is now 100%...
Predetermined destiny.
100% theatre.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And they've decided to really jazz it up. And I was unprepared.
I'm yet to see it. I haven't seen it. Your husband texted me about it, but I haven't eyeballed it.
So it's the roll call of states. And so they have an over-enthusiastic, middle-aged, balding twink who, goes from one to the other.
My favourite brand of twink.
Exactly. So he'll be going, and now the great state of Tennessee, where do you pledge your delegates? That's what he says. And then every single time...
Do it to the camera. Do that again. So it's essentially...
Well, no, because he looks out to the crowd.
It's Eurovision.
Yeah.
It's Eurovision level.
Yes.
Like when they cross to, Italy votes for 3 votes.
That's exactly right. But then every single time, the new place comes up, the screen lights up with whatever state it is, and they've picked an iconic song to go with each state. So I think Tennessee...
Give us middle-aged balding twink again.
Yeah. No, well, he's looking to the crowd. He doesn't look like
okay.
The great state of Tennessee, where do you pledge your votes? And then all of a sudden you hear Dolly going, dun, 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 and it's 9 to 5. But it's not her singing. They've just
support this.
Yes, but then it's the musical genres, state by state, like Macklemore got in there.
Oh.
Yeah, Can't Hold Us back
I
or
wish
whatever.
that I would no whatever
Well,
job
okay.
whatever job title that is.
And then for every state,
Yeah.
they've picked people to read out their little speech and to say that they have overthought what they're going to say and who they're and again, I
do you
found
want me to throw to you?
yes, and
delegate?
but I was just imagining if it were you.
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm about to do, it would be something like this.
Are you about to be me as the Victorian delegate?
So what would happen is, so just imagine you throw to me
Okay,
as
I'll throw to
Victoria,
you.
and then
Yep.
just imagine that Flap Up starts to play loudly.
I mean, we do have the capacity to make that happen by the magic of we have a
okay,
podcast.
all right, and
Yeah.
cheering. So we need Flap Up and cheering, but you throw to me as the twink.
And now I'm the twink. And now we throw to the great state of Victoria to Michael Pipwinkle.
No, it's M. Rossiano.
To M. Rossiano. Okay. And now we throw to the great state of Victoria to M. Rossiano. How do you pledge?
I am here for the state of Victoria, home of the MCG and the only decent coffee in Australia. I come from the suburbs where John Farnham recorded You're the Voice and where Kylie and Jason got married in that hideous wedding dress. I am a mother of 3. I am 45. I am autistic. I am ADHD. I am menopausal. I dance with vaginas on stage. And that is why I will vote for a president who will uplift the vagina, not grab the pussy. And that is why I am flaps up, flaps to the wall for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. That's restraint. That's basically, and you watch it, that is what it is. It's wild.
Did you pre-prepare that?
I did think about it in the car. Well, when I was listening to it, it is wild. And it's like everyone that comes on, and I should just say, though, the only thing I was getting wrong is they're aggressively clutching their lines. That's the only thing.
Oh, amazing.
But it is like they've been told, you've got one shot. This is, you have to represent your state and launch whatever career you want to launch, and you have 30 seconds. You fucking go.
It's like the fucking Metro whip around.
It is. You've done it.
I know that feeling. I've got 30 seconds to try and get a job on It's a Knockout on Channel 7 or I won't be able to pay my fucking bills next week. Go.
But the weird thing about the Metro whip around is to a certain extent, because it's Australian television and everything, like you've got to sort of play, I'm just laconic and we hear...
I didn't.
Whereas, no, well, exactly. This is why you're
I
perfect
was the delegate.
for it. This is like,
I
I'm
did.
intense
I'm Tom
energy.
Cruise at the closing ceremony of the fucking Olympics. Sure, I could have
That's
just got
right.
the flag, but no.
That is right.
I'm surprised they didn't have Tom Cruise involved.
That is the only way it could have been better if they said something like, and the great state of Michigan, and someone bungee jumped
in.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
wish they had done that. So I don't know how the Obamas are going to like carry that energy, but I don't doubt that.
Well,
much
it's
that they will.
Doug and the Obamas today.
Oh.
And Doug's going to be talking about the family side of Kamala, of Mamala.
Right. We've had celebrity-wise, we've had Kerry Washington and Tony Goldwyn, who are the stars. Well, he was in Ghost, so I like him, and I like her. But come on, we want.
No,
we want.
that's
okay.
not good enough.
The only celebrities that really
Julia
count.
Louis-Dreyfus is turning up
Yes.
as Veep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selena.
Selena. I was about to say Gomez.
No. Yes, I know that Selena's going to be rocking in. Who else?
There's the only ones that mean anything really. Big Oprah.
Yeah.
Will she appear?
Yeah.
Chicago is it's her town. If she doesn't appear, unless they're saving her, but come on.
No, I think Oprah's not great politically because she's had so many missteps in the last year. Oprah's not popular with the people they're trying to get.
What's her missteps?
Well, with her and The Rock, with all that charity. Remember they had that weird...
wasn't great.
And I just think she's fucking a multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
And doesn't really...
Okay.
hasn't really done anything. I just feel like...
Okay.
I just feel like that sector of the community Kamala has locked.
Oh.
Like she needs
Glad
black...
I'm not making that phone
She
call.
needs black men...
Think so.
And white men, basically. So...
Oprah, could you maybe put us on to Gail?
Yeah. Gail's been doing some great interviews lately.
We'd even take Stedman at this
Yeah,
point.
pretty much. I don't think they want Oprah.
Okay.
I think they obviously want Taylor.
She's a great speech maker, though. I will never forget that speech she made about the...
Does Oprah still have the influence she used to?
Well, she was seen as sealing the deal for Obama.
Yeah, but that was then. This is now.
Okay, gee, well, yeah. We're not going back.
We've lost 20 million boomers who would have loved Oprah in the day.
I reckon she'll come out.
I don't know if I'd want her
Meryl
to.
came out for Hillary. I don't know whether they'll wheel her out again. Maybe
Nah.
it's bad sense memory.
Nah. I think they're going to go young.
Chappell's too edgy.
She is my fucking hero. By the way, that album finally got me.
Oh!
Yeah. I've been resisting it. It's got me. It's all I listen to.
I know.
I'm in a death row with
I
it.
know.
Like, it got me through the weekend, all the traveling.
It's all killer, no filler.
It is so good.
And also, like, if you can, I've hit
there's one song I'm not a fan of.
Look at me, I'm into which one?
The slow one.
Casual.
Yes. I don't like casual.
What about coffee?
He clutched his
Do you like
pearls.
coffee?
No, I don't like slow ones. I like the
Super ultra.
Bridget Bardot. I like those ones. They're great. The call and response ones. Because she's invented the YMCA for my daughters.
Yeah.
Like the H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
She's doing a lot of interviews where she's like, I don't care about the charts. I don't care about all of that.
This is what I want to say about Chappell Roan.
Yeah.
I watched a long video of her yesterday going, it's fucking weird if you come up to me and ask for a hug. I don't fucking know you.
Yeah.
You just listen to my music. Great. But stop being fucking weird and yelling out my name in the street. I'm a stranger to you. And she was sitting there going, I don't give a fuck if that's what we do. Don't do it to me. And I'm going, oh my God. She genuinely. And I also saw another interview where she said, this is just my job. I'm not going to do it forever. I got to have some backups.
I don't think she's going to need that many backups the way she's going.
Refreshing.
I know.
I actually love her.
Oh, me too.
She says all the things I would like to say.
And the
more.
songs are so good. And also, she's got more. She tests in her live performance tracks. If you go on YouTube, look up Subway. It's another crazy good track
Oh my God, I love
that
it.
she's just trying out. She tries them out in her live shows, and then it'll be in an album. It's still wild to me that the big hit single. And I've even forgot what it is. What's her big hit single?
Pink Pony Club.
No. The main.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
Not on the album. The one.
Phenomenon.
No, it's not on the album.
Oh.
Her highest charting single. Oh my God.
With the big high notes. Good luck, babe. Good luck, babe.
Yeah. Not even on the album.
No.
It's just,
That came out 5 years ago.
That's right. Anyway, she's great.
Yeah, she's
not
great.
her. She won't be at the DNC, I don't think.
No.
Beyonce, for me.
Well, isn't the song enough?
Oh, come on. Yeah, no, not as far as I'm concerned.
Will Beyonce? I just feel like we would have heard. The Beehive have been very quiet.
No, she normally
Taylor wrapped up with Ed Sheeran in England.
With Hillary,
so
she saved herself for the last couple of days, and then she came out and danced
Yeah,
in
but
the pantsuit.
she got burned
No,
for that.
I know, but I don't think people saw it as Beyonce. I think what Beyonce, you know what I think would suit the aesthetics of everything? Yaya. And I feel like she will, at one point in this campaign, do an American flag version of Yaya with a lot of call and response. That's my prediction.
I think we might get a video message from Beyonce. I don't see her aligning in person politically, like the visual of the two of them standing together. I just don't see that. Why? What's in it for her? Why would she do it? She'd only get criticism.
I think she genuinely cares about the outcome and wants to know that she did everything. I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow. I think you're giving her a
I
lot
still
of credit.
think Taylor will come through. But
I think this will be the greatest own goal in political history if Trump posting a false endorsement pushes Taylor to endorse his opponent. What an own goal.
Indeed.
Amazing. If the only reason Taylor publicly addresses this and says, of course I'm not voting
But
for
who
Trump.
else would be Tom Hanks?
Nah, there's no one else. There's no one else. And what they've done
Timothée
is...
Chalamet?
No, they've got a bunch of the highest ranked TikTokers at the DNC. They're doing it.
Margot Robbie's Australian. She doesn't work.
They've got people that have like 30 million, like they've got the biggest TikTokers there now. They're doing it. They're doing the thing that won't appeal to us. But look, we'll see. We're only on, day 2 or 3, so there's lots to come. There's lots more speeches to come. Kamala's not even there. She's off campaigning in Michigan.
Well, she appeared on the first day for a little while.
Yeah.
She'll be back. She's the climax.
I know. I can't wait. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode. We're heading into the sealed section where I'm going to read out a little post my husband wrote a month ago that he was going to put up on Instagram, but he couldn't figure out how to put it up. And he wrote something. He wrote it about me. And he said, I wrote something about you that I wanted to put up, but I didn't. Do you want to read it? And I'm like, God, my husband never, you wouldn't even know we were married if you looked at his Instagram. It doesn't acknowledge me much. So I was like, okay. And I was so surprised when I read it. I got a bit teary. It was good. Scotty did well. Never posted it, but sure.
Yeah. That's the only
Yeah,
fly in that
sure.
ointment.
Well, I'm about to read it out. Let's get to it. We also are going to do an OK stop on the new Tiger King. It's called Chimp Crazy, and it's about monkey mums. women, middle-aged women who are obsessed with like they have them as pets.
Oh my gosh.
And it's made by, and I'll just sell it to you. The main character calls herself the Dolly Parton of monkeys. And she looks like Dolly.
Oh.
She's fashioned herself on Dolly.
Okay, I'm interested.
Is she the one who breastfeeds the monkeys?
Yeah,
She
apparently.
breastfeeds monkeys. So we're going to watch. I haven't seen the trailer. Everybody sent it to me like, Em, you have to see this trailer. You have to see this trailer. So we're going to do an okay stop on Chimp Crazy and discuss Scotty's post in the sealed section. You don't want to miss it. If you're not a subscriber, why aren't you a subscriber? Get on board. It's $2 a week. Why wouldn't you support it? It's the best thing out there. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right. I'll see you this weekend, Tasmania. I'll see you. Not many people are coming, but that's all right. So glad that's how we're going out with Outgrown.
Melbourne, though.
Huge.
Yeah.
Launceston
Can't get
Friday
venues
night.
big enough.
Nah.
Should be upgrading to the MCG soon.
With Katy. Launceston Friday night, Hobart Saturday night. Please come along. Put bums on seats. It's a great show. The reviews are so good. It's like I wrote them myself. I didn't. I probably couldn't have written them that well. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
To enjoy today's sealed section of Emsolation, upgrade your experience and join the Extra family with our premium service, Emsolation Extra. You get 2 bonus episodes direct to your favourite podcast app every week in an exclusive feed, as well as an Ask Me Anything where Em and Michael answer your questions. There's over 70 other episodes awaiting you already, plus you'll also get Instagram close friends access, ticket pre-sales, merch discounts, and heaps more. Help Em keep this independent neurodivergent business alive by supporting us for less than $2 a week on our yearly plan or less than $2.50 a week on our monthly plan. Just sign up at emsolation.supercast.com now. Emsolation is recorded at Down the Hill Studios, hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley, produced by Em Rossiano. Edited by Ezekiel Fenn and videos by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rossiano and Marcella Rossiano Barrow, with assistance from Jem Evans and Isabella Hines. Follow us on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast, or you'll find a link in our bio so you can sign up for our weekly newsletter, join other Emsolators at the Emsolation Group on Facebook, follow our YouTube and TikTok channels, and so much more. Help us out by sharing Emsolation with your friends, give us a 5-star rating, and make sure you're following us by hitting the follow button on your favourite podcast app. Thanks for listening and or watching this week's episode, and we can't wait to chat with you again soon.